Happy wife, happy life, folks. At least that's what they say. And in our house, that's taken on kind of a whole new meaning since I put the Bluetti FridgePower on top of our refrigerator in our kitchen. Now, I'd received this thing a while back and I did a video on it and I thought I'd pretty much covered everything, but there was at least one question, maybe two, that I was asked, and one was about idle power, and we're going to get into that here shortly, and the other was about expandability, and I'll discuss that as well. So today I'm revisiting the Bluetti FridgePower unit, and what I've done is I've pulled out my refrigerator out of the alcove and I disconnected everything and plugged the refrigerator into the wall, and I left that FridgePower unit just idling with the unit unplugged for over 24 hours. And we're going to see just how much power it burned up just sitting there at idle doing nothing, because there were some that made claims that it used 8 watts or more, and Bluetti says 4 watts. So what did I find out? Well, stay tuned, I'm going to tell you. Now, before I tell you why my wife loves this unit, I'm going to do a quick rundown of the unit again for those that are new and haven't seen it yet, or those that just have forgotten about it. So let's run through it real quick. Now, the Bluetti FridgePower unit was specifically designed to back up your refrigerator and or freezer, or perhaps a couple of them. And that's its main function. So when it comes to features of the unit, it's not like a lot of power stations that have like 3, 4, or even 6 120 volt AC plugs or 30 amp plugs and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't have that. It has 2 120 volt 60 hertz plugs, but it was designed as a backup for your refrigerator and or freezers, as I said earlier. And I think this is important because there's a lot of people that's their main concern. They're not really worried about anything else. And because of that, I think it's important to kind of look at this unit from that perspective. Now, its capacity is 2,016 watt hours, and you can add several batteries to this to bring it up to 8 kilowatt hours of power. I have one, so an extra 2,016 watt hours for a total of 4,032 watt hours to back up our refrigerator in our kitchen. That's going to get me an awful lot of backup. Now, the switch time for this as a UPS is a 10 millisecond switch time. That's actually very good. A lot of your less expensive type units are 20 milliseconds. It's also pure sine wave, another good feature that you're going to want to have in any, frankly, power station that's out there today. Its form factor is very small. It's only about as deep as your cell phone is wide. That's really quite incredible. It can fit on top of your refrigerator. And here's the thing, our refrigerator sits in an alcove back into the wall, essentially, with the cupboards around it. So there's just not a lot of room there to put a power station. In fact, I've got plenty of power stations, but if I were to try to back my fridge up with one of those other power stations, it'd be in the way on the floor in front of the cupboards, and well, that wouldn't make my wife very happy. It also has some feet that you can put it on if you've got more room, so it'll lift it up off the fridge, get more airflow around it, but it's also wall mountable. You can get it out of the way, and I think that's another great feature about these units. It's really designed to hide out of the way and not be obtrusive. It also has a magnetic display that you can get for the unit that will give you a lot of information on the unit itself. The display up front, it's got all the lights on it, so those will tell you the status of your battery, that kind of thing. Doesn't give you a ton of information, but it's all you really need. And truthfully, it works as a night light in our kitchen because those lights don't turn off. And when I do my idle test, one of the questions I had for myself was, if I can't turn those lights off, and I do believe there is actually a way with pushing a certain button or something, but I've long since forgotten what it is, those lights, they just stay on, and I thought, is that going to consume more power? And I'm quite certain that when I give you my test results, that's going to come into play here in a minute. Now, before I get into what I like or don't like about this unit, there is one thing that I want to discuss really quickly, and that is the internal battery. Bluetti is using a 19.2 volt battery, which is not a standard lithium iron phosphate battery voltage. They're usually 12, 24, or 48 volts. And because this one is 19.2 volts, that is a little bit different. I personally haven't seen any 19.2 volt batteries for sale on Amazon. And so that could be an issue, and we'll get into that here as well shortly. Now, things I like. Number one, the form factor. Again, as I mentioned earlier, this unit is shallow. It just fits right on top of the fridge. It's totally out of the way. You don't even think about it. When guests come over, they don't even notice it's there. I really like that about the unit. Number two is it just works. You plug it in, you plug your fridge or your freezer or whatever into it, and then you walk away. I gotta hand it to Bluetti. The app is good. And I've used a lot of apps, folks. And it does allow you to do a lot of things. For example, you can set your battery to run between, say, 10 and 90% instead of 0 and 100% if you want to try to preserve the battery a little bit. So there's a lot of different settings in the app, makes it very useful. Number three is the display. I like the simplicity of the display on the front of the unit. If I walk by the unit, I can quickly glance at it and see what the status is. So easy. And the magnetic display, I can just push the button as mentioned earlier, and I just have the information that I need. So whether I'm using the app or not, I know exactly the status of that unit sitting there on top of that refrigerator, unobtrusively, frankly, but I can always tell where it's at. That's kind of nice. Now, number four, that's the one my wife cares about. It's always ready. It charges passively off the wall, keeps itself topped up, and just sits there letting that refrigerator run off grid power as if there's just nothing going on in the world. It's just there. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to charge it. You don't have to move it. It's just always there. She likes that. Now those are wins, but let me talk about what I don't like. And I'm going to tell you the truth, folks. It's the 19.2 volt battery. That's my biggest gripe with this unit. Bluetti went with a 19.2, and I think I understand why, but lithium iron phosphate batteries don't generally come in that configuration. They're usually 12, 24, 48 volts. And the thing is, you can source those batteries. You can go on Amazon and buy any of those 12 or 24, 48 volt batteries, and a lot of people in the power station world like to buy those and hack the power station and add capacity to the unit with those batteries. Though, to give them credit, this thing has about 4,000 cycles or more, and if it's not actually being used at 100% every single day, which it's not going to be, that battery should last you an awful long time, probably a lot longer than you need it to. Frankly, your refrigerator is not likely to outlast this unit, I don't think. And I think this only really matters to those in the do-it-yourself world that want to try to hack systems and expand them their own way. But I also think with this unit, it's really not necessary. I mean, after all, how much power does your refrigerator actually need to back it up? Again, this is not a home backup system. This is for your refrigerator. So I don't really think it's an issue, except for maybe for those that are looking for that do-it-yourself element that this just doesn't have. All right, so the test. This is what I did. I wanted to test idle power consumption, so I went ahead, I pulled the refrigerator out, I disconnected the refrigerator from the Bluetti, and I disconnected the Bluetti. I plugged the refrigerator in the wall, and I walked away. Well, I actually pushed the refrigerator back in, of course. I let it run. And actually ran over 24 hours, about 24 and 3/4 hours, in fact. And over that period of time, the lowest it registered was 94%. Now, I calculated that to be approximately 121 watt hours, which, to be honest, it doesn't tell you that. It only tells you a percentage. So I can't tell you that it wasn't at almost 93% or that it had only just gone to 94%, and that would make a slight difference. But at 121 watt hours, that calculates out to be approximately 4.88 watts of idle power consumption. Now, I mentioned that I would talk about those lights a little earlier. Well, there is a way to turn the lights off. I remember reading that when I first got the unit. So I'm thinking that if I turned those lights off, I would probably get very close to that 4 watts. At 4.88, is that really what it was? I'm going to tell you right now that I believe that Bluetti may actually be telling the truth. And those that were getting higher amounts, like 8+ watts, I'm just not sure how they calculated that, because I didn't see that. Now, I will tell you this. I put a watt meter on the wall and recharged the unit. And when I recharged it, it used 350 watt hours to charge back up. But here's the thing. All power stations have to convert the 120 volts coming in to the correct charging profile for their battery. And that means they have to convert from AC power to DC power. And they always consume actually quite a bit of power doing that. So did the unit actually consume 240 watt hours, charging up the 121, or was it more than 121? Was it, say, 130 and it only consumed 220? I can't tell you that because, again, the unit didn't tell me exactly what percentage it was at. So I think that's important to realize. So is it possible that it was closer to 93% and it was running at 5.5 watts instead of 4.5 or something like that? Sure. But here's the thing. 4, 5, 6 watts of idle consumption is lower than any unit I actually know of right now. I'm not even worried about it. It's not going to eat up the battery sitting there waiting for your fridge to kick on when the power goes out. It's just not. The fact that it was at 94% at almost 25 hours of idling is pretty darn good, folks. Now, I'll let you draw your own conclusions there, but that's my opinion on this. I think it's actually pretty exceptional. All right, happy wife, happy life. What's that all about? Well, here's the story. A while back, before we had the FridgePower unit, I had a 4,000 watt hour power station connected up to 2 of my freezers in the garage. And we had been gone for about 4 or 5 days. And during the time we were gone, there was a big storm. Well, what I didn't know is that storm tripped a GFCI on the back deck of my house where my Traeger smoker's hooked up. And I didn't know that. When I got home, everything was fine. I didn't notice anything. The next day I decided to smoke something. So I went out to fire up the smoker and I couldn't get it running. And I thought, uh-oh, the GFCI must have tripped. So I went out into the garage. I hit the button on the GFCI in the garage. And then I heard the power station were up. Well, that told me that it had died. And it was. It was deader than a doornail. 0%. Now, that unit doesn't fit on top of the refrigerator. In fact, it weighs 60 some odd pounds. It sits on a cart that I roll around in the garage in order to keep those freezers running, particularly when we leave. So to keep the refrigerator running in the kitchen, well, I'm going to have to haul something in there to do it when we're going to be gone for an extended period. Now, the reality is, had I had that FridgePower sitting on top of my freezer like I originally had when I first started testing it, I would have noticed that the lights were out. I would have seen that it was off as soon as we got home. Obviously, what I needed was the FridgePower unit on there, or at least I needed to check that unit. Now the Bluetti sitting on top of our refrigerator, well, it's there, it works, it does the job, and every time my wife walks by it, she sees it, she notices. I actually didn't even notice that she did notice it. She knows the power is not going to go out. And whenever we're getting ready to leave to take off for the weekend, she tells me that's her peace of mind, because she knows that's sitting there and it's protecting everything that's in the refrigerator, and there's nothing that's going to thaw out and get lost while we're gone. That's actually pretty cool, and that's why I say happy wife, happy life. So there you have it, folks. That's my take on the Bluetti FridgePower unit. I like it. I like it a lot. And frankly, my wife loves it, and the fact that she loves it, well, that makes my life better. Plain and simple. So there you have it. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. I'm going to drop another video right over here for you to check out. Keep your wives happy. Trust me, your life will be better. And thanks to all my members. Thank you all for being here and supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. And Terrell, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that comment. It means a lot to me. Y'all have a great day. The old Jarhead out.